Today I'm going to be talking about how to move beyond the year of disruption and create your most profitable year yet in 2021. And so I'm going to give you guys 3 quick tips here today, and they're going to be quick for me because I'm just going to brain dump it for you. But everything that I'm going to talk about today is going to require some deep commitment from you, right? So it can't be that easy, right? If it was easy to create millions of dollars, then we would all have millions of dollars. So it's going to require some work. So I'm just going to give you that warning in advance. If you want to make a monumentous leap in 2021, it's going to require some monumentous growth, mostly up here, right? It's going to require you showing up and doing the hard work. It's going to require you stretching yourself on the daily. It's going to require you making yourself uncomfortable, you growing as an entrepreneur every single day. Like, that's non-negotiable. There are no easy ways to do this. If there were, again, every single one of us would be a millionaire. We wouldn't need anything. We just get out there and do it, right? So I'm going to give you 3 things to think about and to implement while you're doing that to ensure that you are set up for that massive success. Number one is I want you to take one strategy. Whatever your goal is for 2021, let's just say it is $1 million. Why not, right? Let's all hit $1 million. Let's take that one goal and I want you to back it up with one strategy. Goals themselves don't really matter. It's the decisions that do. So it's the decisions that really are we're talking about today. It's not the goals at all. So you get to decide what your calendar looks like. You get to decide what gets your time, right? You get to decide what you're going to offer, what your price tag is, how you're going to launch it, when you're going to launch it, how often you're going to launch it. You get to decide what kind of investments that you're going to make in your business. Whatever those decisions are, I want you to take full responsibility of those. And I want you to ask yourself if all the decisions that you're making are backing up the strategy that you're setting. So number 1 is to pick one strategy, and then I want you to actually make the decisions that back up that strategy all year long for the entire 2021. Now, if you are throwing spaghetti at the wall, if you are trying one strategy for 1 week and then changing to another strategy the next week, then the decision making there isn't backing up the goal that you set, right? Because we have to follow through long enough to hit the goals that we set. This is why so few people actually make it, is because so few people actually go all in on one strategy. All you need is one strategy to take you to that next level in your business, right? Because an inherent part of pursuing that goal is actually not hitting the goal and then continuously learning and adapting your plan to get to the goal. That's the key, right? That's the key. So you have to follow through long enough to have the strategy work for you. Number 2 is to actually create the space for that success that you want. Do you actually have the space for the success that you want? And the answer is likely no. For you, for me, for all of us, right? And this kind of ties back into number 1, which is like we have to grow every time we want something new. And I know that that's scary. It's scary for all of us, including myself, right? It's scary to think that we have to do the things. We have to do the things now before we have the success that we want in order to help us get the success that we want. But it doesn't happen like the other way around. So we can't expect the success to come if we don't have the space to handle the success. Because if it came, if a 7-figure business were dumped on your lap today, your strategy, like everything would crumble, right? Because you don't have the systems, you don't have the support, you don't have the team. So you have to start growing into that. And here's where we see a lot of entrepreneurs fail, is that if the only things that you do and the only decisions that you make are the ones that you're going to have absolute certainty over, then you're never going to have that multiple 6-7-figure business. It just doesn't work that way, and it never will. But what changes as you're making these decisions and you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're growing into that entrepreneur is that you learn that you're capable. Stop looking for a guarantee in the software that you're buying, in the team that you're hiring, in the coach that you're thinking of joining their program, right? Stop looking for a guarantee, because there isn't one. There never will be one. And the only real question that you need to ask yourself is Am I willing to show up? Am I willing to do the work? Am I willing to create the space and get the return on my investment for my time, for my money, for my energy? If you're changing what you do every 5 minutes or every month when it doesn't work, then you're already starting to lead with that fear, and you're actually taking away the space that you've created so far. So we have to really lean in. We have to really step into our power. We have to show up. We have to do the work and trust that everything, all the decisions that we're making are leading to the result that we want, which it is. It's the follow through. It's making the decision and then backing it up with the actions that is going to help you move the needle to get there, right? We're never going to have all the answers, but what we do have is the ability to control the decisions that we're making and our progress moving forward. We have to be able to move forward regardless of knowing what's on the other side. That's courage, right? And courage is a muscle that we build every day. It's a muscle that doesn't magically happen. It's a muscle that we have to continually build over time. You have to believe in the strategy that you choose. You have to believe in yourself that you are going to make it happen. You have to believe in that because that's what your audience is going to pick up on. And number 3 is that you have to take the necessary risk that is part of this game. Risk is part of being an entrepreneur. Sorry if that is a newsflash to any of you guys. There's risk in everything, right? There's risk in the corporate space. There's risk in all of it, but there's certainly so much risk when you're starting your own business. So just embrace that. Embrace that risks are part of this game, and the risk takers are the money makers. So look back at how you are currently taking risks in your business. Like, we'll just talk about business. I mean, really, it's everything. It's your entire life. But is your tolerance for taking risks, is it challenging you? Is it pushing you to play full out on a level that you haven't ever played on before? Like, is it pushing you to that next level? Or is your tolerance for taking risk keeping you playing small? And so really it comes down to, how is your tolerance for risk either pushing you to play full out or holding you back? And how can we begin to shift that in 2021 so that we can align ourselves with the goals that we're setting? The framework isn't going to do anything if you don't step into it, fully commit to it, and then start making decisions that align with the success that you want. The framework itself does nothing. The strategy, it does nothing without you fully embracing and fully committing yourself to it, and then doing the things that are required in order to hit that goal. So that's totally up to you. You get to make that decision. It's your decision and your decision only. And this is what's going to make your 2021 the best, most profitable year, is the decisions that you're making now and the decisions that you're going to make on a daily basis going forward to back up the decision that you're making now. And so make that decision, right? You go all in, you make the decision, and then have your actions be in alignment with the decision that you make. You gotta bring that belief out in yourself first before anyone else is going to believe it. I mean, it has to come, it has to start with you. It has to start with you. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, let us know, and we will be talking to you soon.